Hey guys, welcome back to Lap 1 News, and today we're going to be reviewing Red Bull's 2021 season. Now, obviously for them it was a very good season. Verstappen, world champion, a deserved world champion. However, their other half, Sergio Perez, and for the constructors title, not so great if we're being honest. I think Sergio Perez was quite a bit off, really. A lot of the time this season he was too slow, and I think at times just Red Bull forgot that they had a second driver. You know, it's just, I think that's ultimately what has cost them this year. The fact that Perez, first of all, not quick enough. Second of all, he just wasn't treated fairly, I don't think, within the team. And that's fine. I mean, they wanted to focus on Max. They did focus on Max. Max got the title, so objective number one, tick. But in terms of where the money is with the constructors title, they didn't get it. They did start the year off very strongly. So they almost had it in Bahrain. Then they went on a run and they were 30 points clear, or Verstappen was 30 points clear of Hamilton by Silverstone. They'd had a great start to the season. Clearly, the developments had not affected them as much as you might have expected, especially when car development was supposed to really be frozen over the winter break from 2020 to 2021. But at the end of the day, Red Bull, they produced a great car for Verstappen, and he, being Verstappen, pushed it to its limits and was immense. You know, he dominated this year, really, it feels like. You know, certainly the first half of the year. I mean, let's talk about Spa a brief second, shall we? I think that was a bit of a farce, the Spa Grand Prix. If we're being honest, that I don't think that should have been counted. Just because, you know, it was basically where you qualified was where you finished. But it is what it is. It happened. Can't change it. No point worrying about it. Perez, or in that Grand Prix, actually, we saw what the Red Bull mechanics have been doing for years. They've shown why they are one of the top teams, because not only are strategists very good, their strategy generally this year has been incredible, but also their mechanics. They're very quick, they're very efficient, and they get the job done. You know, I mean, Perez, he crashed in the formation lap, I think, and they got the car and they fixed it. You know, it fixed it in time for the race. So, you know, they have been very good from that side of things. I just think where they've not been so good is with how they've treated their second driver, Sergio Perez. You know, I wrote a piece about this a year or so ago, about why I think Red Bull won't win a Constructors' Championship whilst they've got Max Verstappen in that car, because they clearly do design the car around Max. I mean, why wouldn't you? He's your star driver. But Max doesn't drive like anybody else does. You know, it's incredibly difficult for that second driver to get up to speed. It took Perez ages, and I still don't think by the end of the season he was really there. You know, he still had the odd weekend where he was just so far off Max's pace that it just wasn't acceptable, really, from a Red Bull point of view. And you can see why the younger drivers, Gasly and Albon, struggled, because it's just not an environment where they can succeed, I think. Obviously, Perez got his win in Baku. That was a great victory. He capitalised on, was it Verstappen, his tyre failure, and Hamilton locking up, basically leaving the magic button on or something like that. He got that win, and credit to him. He took advantage of that weekend. He was, yes, he got lucky, but he was there to take advantage when the luck fell his way. That is what you need to do. That's all that Red Bull driver needs to be able to do. He needs to be there to pick up the pieces when they fall apart for the top two drivers. That's how they would have won the Constructors' Championship, but Perez didn't do that, and I think it's a shame. It's also a shame the off-track antics of Red Bull. I think they just moaned too much. They protested everything. I mean, you can understand I can understand why they're protesting. I'm not going to begrudge them protesting. They want to win. They want to succeed. They're going to protest absolutely everything, including Mercedes' wing, even though that was within the rules. And they just moan too much. I mean, what was in that last race with the Max's race engineer constantly going on about how decisions don't go their way? I mean, it feels like they're entitled to some good luck or to decisions from the FIA to go their way, but nobody's entitled to that. You get the decisions, and I just think they've not covered themselves in glory this year off the track. On the track, absolutely. Off the track, not really so much. But anyway, guys, this is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching us. As always, if you have enjoyed, please hit the like button and subscribe. And don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter at Lap1News1 for all the latest in the world of motorsport. This has been John Whittaker from Lap1 News, and I'm out. See you next time.